Okay, welcome back to episode number 31. I know it's been a bit, and we have a lot to cover. I've done a lot of semi-interesting things, where the majority of which the clips were corrupted. So here I am. That kind of explains why I am dressed the way I am in the full Smith's outfit without really any update as to how I got it, but here we go. So first things first, at the start of this video, the first clip was supposed to be me runecrafting. It was pretty much just me AFK runecrafting on Zaya, Bloods and Souls, and then swapping over to Guardians of the Rift with the goal of getting enough pearls for the reskin of my runecrafting pet. And obviously, the goal, kind of the that's kind of the sub goal. The real goal was 95 runecrafting, right? Which I can gladly say that we did get. I cannot show you my skills right now because this is very far in the future, so just trust me that I have 95 runecrafting, and we got further into the level. Actually, I can do this for you. I can go into the clan chat here, and I can type in a command for level RC, and there it is, 95. And we got halfway to 96. I had to stay over a little bit to get enough pearls for the reskin for my Rift Guardian. So he is a greatish Guardian right now, which is amazing. I'll show you that in a second. But while polling for the rewards, unfortunately those clips got corrupted as well. I was actually able to snag the Guardians of the Rift specific pet, the Abyssal Protector. So let's head on over to our pet house here and show you what we got. So there's our greatest Guardian right there. He looks so awesome. Look at him. And then our Abyssal Protector. Not as cool, obviously, but was really good to get in the process. I'll pick this guy up and he'll be with me for the rest of the video so you can admire him, but probably the best skilling pet in the game. With that out of the way, we've covered my runecrafting grind, my pet reskin, and my new pet. Let's move on to what I did next. Obviously, another sub-goal of the runecrafting grind was to fill my portal nexus with as many teleports as possible, which I can say that I definitely did. These are my current teleports. The list is looking good. On the left is what I don't have, so we have most of them, so mission accomplished there. Next, I'll tell you how I actually ended up getting this smithing outfit. We may have done a little bit of Volcano. If you look in the chat box there, we killed 233 of them. I didn't really record any clips for that anyways. It's a pretty boring boss altogether. Maybe I recorded some mechanics and me doing like an MVP at some point, but all in all, really anticlimactic. I didn't get any drops. I saw a singular drop the entire time. One person got a crystal tool seed. So yeah, uniques are pretty far and few between there, and I wasn't there for uniques anyways. I was there for the noted bars, which I got plenty of, and it carried me to I'll show you. We'll do another command here for smithing. $85. It carried me to 85 smithing, and what that allowed me to do was basically, my goal obviously was to complete the Lumberjan Drainer Elite Diaries, which I can gladly say I did. Okay, here they are. I'm going to blur out the other achievement diaries so that I don't spoil anything else. I don't know if that would spoil anything, but yeah, Lumberjan Drainer Diaries are complete, which means that we unlocked the Explorer's Ring 4, and we can also use our fairy rings without the need of a Drainer staff. So +1 to the inventory pretty much always. I will never need that. I'll never have to spend 60k to get the lunar staff back, or 30k depending on where I go, and I'll never have to go back to Intranet to cut it myself. So yeah, just huge quality of life update there. And not to mention that the ring is just amazing as well. It provides 30 high alchs a day, which is going to be good for Slayer, for when I'm off spellbook and I still want to alch. I'm looking at Necril tasks, and it provides 3 run restore charges per day, which takes you from 0 to 100. So yeah, just fantastic altogether piece of equipment. So, but yeah, that's that. Moving on from the diaries, we actually did quite a bit of Gauntlet after that, and I actually do have footage for this. I just planned on showing the screenshots of my kill count altogether, but here, I'll do another command in the chat for this. Oh, okay. That's regular gauntlet. There we go. We're at exactly 100 gauntlet kill count, and I'm really excited to show you. I actually do have the audio to my original reaction to one of the drops in there. I'm not going to spoil it, so yeah, I'll just run the screenshots for you with some music, and see you back with our drops. Oh my god. I gotta make a clip.
Go for it.
Oh my god. I can't believe I just got that. Let's check our kill count. Let's see. Collection log. Gauntlet. 22 kill count. We've got our enhanced. No armor seeds yet, so. Yeah, we're still gonna be here, but that just means we have a good chance of getting our blade as well. That'd be insane. Okay, that's the last of the gauntlet clips. That was most of the 100 chests that I opened. We got the enhanced, which is crazy, which means that my account will be moving forward from there. I'm not going to finish up the armor set yet. If you notice, I did get one armor seed a little bit later. As my second drop, I think I got one armor seed, one regular weapon seed, and then one enhanced, obviously. So yeah, I still need 4 more armor seeds to complete the top and bottom. That is all I'm going to go for. I'm not going to worry about the helmet. But yeah, I'm going to move on from Gauntlet for now because I don't need the armor quite yet. I can actually use that blade to carry me through Slayer. So that's what I'm going to do next. We're going to move on to Slayer. We're going to get a couple upgrades in preparation for the Desert Treasure 2 quest, because I did end up doing that on my group Ironman, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I need better gear in general on this account before I start that quest, because I'm bad and I don't feel like doing low level methods. But yeah, so that's the plan. The only things that I have left on my notes that I didn't cover yet, as far as like corrupted content goes, we actually completed the Mauritania Hard Diaries and crafted my first Wrath runes. Obviously we got 95, so that's kind of the next thing. We went and got our Colossal pouch and just made a couple thousand Wrath runes to be able to slay with, get some passive prayer experience, or active I guess. And started fletching. We'll actually probably be doing the next clips that I'll show will be me fletching and prepping for Slayer, basically. Okay, yeah, I've only got 1 point. I believe I need 10 if we just find where the fuck it's at in here. Not really sure. There it is. Oh, I need 5. I thought it was 10. Nice. So I just gotta get 4 more points and I can imbue this magic short bow real quick, which I just made, which is awesome because I'm really good at fletching. I just won a PvP match. Never won an LMS game before. 7 points. Found a couple bots, 2 real players. I went against a hardcore Ironman at the end, so obviously there was probably nobody in there that was an actual PvP person. So just a bunch of Ironman, but still cool. Got 7 points for winning, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 7 points in total for winning. So I've got 11 total points now, which means I could buy 2 of those upgrades that I need for the bow. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see. There we go. Magic shortbow scroll. This is the right thing. Let's grab it. Take our bow off real quick. And use it on the bow. Cool. I like that they added a little, like it actually looks different now. It used to look exactly the same, but now they added this little like cool animation to it. So everybody knows that you're awesome. But I think it improves the stats a little bit. I'll take a look. I'll probably throw it up on screen, but I'm pretty sure it just gives like a +5 accuracy bonus or something. And then also it allows you to use the special attack twice instead of taking like 55% of energy like it did before. So just utility-wise, a lot better, and it'll be very good. Once we have rune arrows right now. Right now I'm working on the upgrade for amethyst, so we'll get back at it, do some fletching and pest control. Okay, so just looking at the combat tasks, and it's telling me that I have rewards to collect from Gommel, I guess. And when I click on rewards, it shows that I'm over the threshold for the mediums, I suppose. I guess that's what this little line indicates. Obviously the easies are complete. I did that earlier, but I guess I have enough for the mediums now. I don't know. We'll go talk to him, see what's up, because I know that this directly correlates with what I'm about to do, pest control. Because the more progress you have in the combat tasks, the more points you get here. So we'll go ahead and check real quick, just to make sure, because obviously it would suck to do this and not get as many points as I could. So let's go to the Warriors Guild. See what this dude's got for me here. Here to talk about combat achievements. Could I claim some rewards? Oh, I think I clicked on reclaim. Let me see if he's got anything new for me. Okay, here we go. So I think I've completed a combat tier. Yes, okay. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So that is the mediums. So I guess I'll get 2 extra commendation points from each pest control game. Nice. Additionally, equipping one of my sword hilts at barrows will prevent your prayer points from being drained. Oh, that's cool. Nice. So I'll be using that in the future for sure. Dwarf multi-cannon can hold more cannonballs. That doesn't really apply to this account. Don't plan on using a cannon ever, really. And we get a lamp, which we'll throw into Herblore. No idea how much it's going to give. 10k. Nice. There's the hilt. Gives us even more teleports to Trollheim, I believe. Cool. Go ahead and drop that for now. Head back to pest control. Alright. 82 fletching. That unlocks amethyst arrows, so I'll go mine some of that for the first time. I gotta be quiet here, but we actually ended up accumulating, well, I'll just show you, 847 points, which I'm just gonna spend on prayer. Each time we do it, it's gonna be 15,000 experience drop. That's really nice. Might get a couple levels. Let's just keep going. There's 71. Yeah, that's the only level we'll get, I think. Okay, that's all I'll use. I'll definitely be coming back here any other time that I want to fletch, but we got very close to level 72. Really cool. Very, very good experience. Especially now that the commendation points per game is increased with the combat diaries. Really good incentive to go do those. Let's upgrade our arrows and then do our demonic gorilla task. Okay, little progress update. About halfway through my demonic gorilla task, I believe. Let me check my task. 85 of 149. Cool, so just over. This is around about what a normal trip looks like. Let's see how many ashes I've got. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So pretty good trips. Pretty decent trips with this gear. I don't do any armor switches, obviously just weapons. And and I have like a really terrible defense. So if I do get hit off prayer, usually they're maxing on me. So it's good though. Not too bad at all. Since they added the overhead animation, ever since I added the dialogue for them, they like make a noise, like a chat box over their head every time they're swapping attack styles now. So that makes it a lot easier, a lot better to do. You still have to pay attention, obviously, to see that, but it just makes it a little bit more chill than it was previously. But yeah, I forgot to swap spellbooks before going on that trip, so we'll go ahead and demonstrate Demonic Offering here. I guess it has a cooldown. I guess that's just to cap experience rates for mains or something like that, or I guess for Ironman too if they stock up bones. But yeah, great spell so far. I'll show you kind of the progress that I've got. I reset my experience before going into the task, or a little bit after starting the test actually, and so far we've gotten close to 13,000 prayer experience just from killing these guys. Here at Demonics with these ashes, it seems these guys are really good Slayer experience, so it doesn't surprise me that the experience for prayer is about half of what I'm getting for Slayer, when I think normally it's like a 1-to-1. I don't know. This is the first time doing this method, so, but even this, like 12,000, almost 13,000 prayer experience that I otherwise would not have gotten. I just would have been scattering the ashes more than likely. Maybe not even that. I probably would have just been leaving them on the ground if I didn't have this spell. So yeah, it's great. We're actually very close to another prayer level. After doing pest control, it got me relatively close. So I think I was like 18,000 experience away from the next level after I was done there. So yeah, we're very close to 72. As long as I'm training Slayer with this spell, prayer levels are going to come in relatively frequently, which is just awesome. That's the whole reason I did this. Then I can level prayer up along with my combat, which just feels right. You know, it just feels natural. You don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to do like these crazy. You don't have to jump through any crazy hoops to train that up. It's great. It's a legitimate combat stat now. It feels like for me. So, and every time I use the spell, I'm also getting magic experience. So it's just even better. You know, I've gotten 4,000. I've gotten just over 4,000 passive magic experience just from casting the spell. So yeah, great task, great experience. Loving the spell. I can't wait till I have a high enough magic level to actually unlock Sinister Offering, so I can do this with bones. That's gonna be great, especially for like worm tasks and shit like that. Any dragon task, blue dragons, worms, Dagonoths. If I go to the Dagonoth Kings, oh my god, it'd be a great spell to use there while going for my dragon axe. And actually, if I do end up getting the warp scepter, that new scepter from the Path of Gluff request, I have a pretty good tribrid set up for Dagonoth Kings, so if I get that scepter, if I finally get a task to kill those guys, that would be interesting, something interesting to do. I'd use obviously the magic short bow imbued because this thing slaps. I think I'm hitting like 25s with it while praying Eagle Eye, and that's unpotted, so fantastic. Also the Blade of Saldar, which is very OP, and then that scepter obviously, which is like a budget trident. It's like a little mini trident. Yeah, that'd be interesting to do. I don't know if any of the rings would benefit this account. Maybe at this stage, like right now, I don't have a suffering. I'm kind of trying to get that right now with the Zenite drop. But yeah, if I don't end up getting a suffering and I do end up getting a Berserker ring, I guess I could hang on to that. Previously as well, on my other Ultimate Ironman, I kept a Berserker ring in my looting bag forever for the sole purpose of using it the giant mole. So I would so I imbued that right before that grind to get a +2 max hit with the Derek's Axe, because I had that full set stored in the stash unit. So maybe I'll do a similar thing. I don't... No, actually I won't, because I'll have the Bofa, which I think is better there than Derek's, right? Or very similar. And it would just be way more chill. Yeah, I'll do the Bofa method at Mole this time around if I decide to go back there. So, question answered. I won't have a use for the Berserker ring unless I don't have a suffering. That's basically what I'm getting at. Okay, tangent over. Get back to the task. Basically, I come here after every trip, and I swap to the standard spell book, and I do my chores. I go and sell these. I go and sell these to the general store in West Dordogne that buys stuff at high alch price or close to high alch price. which I can easily access through my portal nexus, and then I go back to my house, swap my spellbook, ideally, and then go to the Warriors Guild to stock up on potatoes and pot up and pre-pot, all that. Yeah, I note my prayer potions. So that's kind of what this is kind of what a trip looks like for me. So. Oh, nice. Just finishing up trip. Sacrifice some ashes, got 72 prayer. Doesn't unlock anything, but... Oh, 1875 total level as well. Nice. 93,000 till 73, so quite a ways. Hard cool casket. Collection log slots. Gothic Skite Shield. Just hit 75 Slayer, doing a caress task. Gargoyles unlocked. Pretty big. Just got the leaf plated sword. So I'm just gearing up, re-gearing to do melee down there since it'll be a lot better. Alright, so I've got a blue dragon task right now, and whenever I have tasks like this, I like to take advantage of the free ecto buckets of slime and bone meal that I can claim from Robin in Port Physmatis. It's a nice daily from the Mauritania Diaries. The amount that you can do every day increases as you progress through the tiers. So I have the hard tier done, which means I can do 26, which will get me a decent amount of prayer experience, but mostly I'm also looking to charge my Bone Crusher with the Ecto tokens, and I'm kind of passively saving charges in here until I get 500. To be able to get to the guy who ferries you to Dragontooth Isle. So that anytime I get that step for clue scrolls, I don't have to go out of my way to actually do the Ectofuntus thing. Every time I can just board the boat whenever I please, make things go. Oh yeah, something else that I ended up doing late in the night. I ended up upgrading my jewelry box. I figured it was a good time to go into the wilderness. So I just kind of suicided outside in Priptidness. I left all my stuff on the ground and ventured forth. And yeah, because if you don't know, in order to get this completed, you have to have 8 Rings of Wealth and 8 Amulets of Glory, which is a lot. We got all these Dragonstone drops from Zalcano, which was convenient because it stacked them nicely in our inventory for us. Otherwise, doing this is just a complete hassle, complete pain. But yeah, that was a nice little perk of doing that boss. But yeah, so 8 Amulets of Glory, 8 Rings of Wealth, and the Rings of Wealth they both had to be fully charged first of all, and the Rings of Wealth had to have 5 charges each on them, which is only doable if you go to the Fountain of Rune, I believe it's what it's called in the wilderness. Let me take a look. So I had to go all the way up here, pretty much into the very depths. I had to go into like basically the max wilderness level, and yeah, Fountain of Rune. So I pretty much just went to Ferrix Enclave, used the obelisks until I got to level 50 here, and then just ran a little bit south, a little bit southeast, and charged those up. It was the middle of the night, so there weren't many people. I didn't get PK'd. All my stuff was on the ground anyway, so I wasn't really risking anything but the rings. And yeah, just ended up getting this done. So that's really nice to have. It makes this room here useless. I still have 1 Amulet of Glory mounted right there, and if I destroy that, I will get it back. And I'm pretty sure I still have some stash units that I can throw that in, so that will be used once the time comes. I just don't feel like doing that right now. And the rest of these Dragonstones I will also use for other stash units. I just don't want to do it right now. And if you'll notice, I did end up cleaning a lot of stuff out of my looting bag. It was completely full, but I ended up filling it right back up with a bunch of seeds. I don't feel like getting a seed box right now. I want to maximize inventory for when I do Desert Treasure 2. And last time, my last seed box was lost while I was doing did I say Desert Treasure 2. I don't want to get the seed box because I want to maximize my inventory for Desert Treasure 2. If you remember, I had a seed box and I lost it because I wanted to maximize inventory space for Dragon Slayer 2. But I died during Galvik, and yeah, I got deleted from the Hespori Death Bank, so to avoid that again, I'm just not going to get it, and I'm going to store these seeds. It looks terrible. I feel awful about it, but it'll be good in the long run for my herb level. Let's sacrifice these bones to the Ectophontus. I'll kind of show you the process here if you don't know what goes on here, if this is something, a new concept to you, but maybe you didn't know about it, and I'm about to make your day or your week or year or whatever life. So you just come over here to Robin. He actually has a use. Oh, if you open the door, he actually has a use besides the quest. And if you're an Ultimate Ironman, or if you're just a regular account, okay, in general, any account, you want to have like half of your inventory available. So I have 14 bones currently, so I want to drop 7. And you claim slime. Go back. Obviously, if you're an Ultimate Ironman, don't leave your bones in the ground too long for people to grab. Once you're done, just drop everything on your way back. It's all free. And as you can see in the chat, you can do this 26 times a day if you have the hard diaries done. I don't know what the other numbers are. You can look them up. You just snag them, and that's my daily cap. Which means these bones can just get buried. And that's it. I've got that done. I brought the legs because it acts as a ghost speak amulet. You will need that if you want to claim your tokens. And we'll just throw those into the bone crusher, and there's more charges. And like I said before, I'm just saving these up until I have 500 so I can use them with the boat guy here to make sailing to Dragontooth Island for clue scrolls that much easier for this account. Back to slaying. Probably going to finish up with the big blue dragons. Oh yeah, and since the dungeon under the Myths Guild is so good for dragons, and it's just so easily accessible here in my house, so much better than going to Tavelry, I should say. I kind of want to find out if there are baby dragons here, because I'm really not sure. I don't have much experience in this place. Oh, holy shit! Look at that. There's a bunch of baby. There's all kinds of baby dragons here. You can even kill baby. You can even kill baby green dragons. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Nice. Great quality of life. This is where I will do all of my dragon tasks, probably. Alright, just finishing up my blue dragon task down here in the Myths Guild, and I ended up getting a scaly blue dragon hide drop from these big blue dragons. Must be kind of rare, because I only got one out of the whole task. I'm not sure if these are going to be useful for this account, unless there's some way to get these noted to be able to store them. I think they work in the same way as the egg sac does, where you use a knife on them. Let's go check. Task is done. That's our 199th, so we'll be getting another from Konar to maximize our points for our 200th task. That should boost us quite a bit. But yeah, let's get a knife. Let's check to see how many scales this actually gives. And this will kind of determine whether or not, I guess based on the drop rate from whatever source that I'm deciding to get it from, would determine whether or not it's worth it rather than just picking them up. I can only do this whilst in a bank. Oh, okay. I gotta go to, like, I don't think I actually have to be in a bank interface. I think I just have to be in the proximity of a banker. So let's head to Edgeville. Oh, shit. It gives 50 noted. It actually notes them. That's amazing. Okay, I didn't know that at all. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be making way for a stack of these. I'll take a look at what the drop rate is for the blue dragons compared to the baby blues, because it might actually be worth just doing the normal blue dragons now that I know that this is a drop. I knew in the back of my mind it was a drop. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't know that you could get them noted like this. I thought it would just like. They would just be in your inventory like after you use the knife, but yeah, that's pretty amazing actually. Good update. Okay, just one more cow fight to kill. We'll be done with our 200th task. Let's see how many points that gets us. We did Konar to maximize it. 450, 677 points. That is big. We ended up getting 1 brimstone key, 1 ensouled calcite head, which I don't even know if it's worth. I'll hang on to this because I'll probably be swapping to the Arceus spellbook for the next test, chances are, so hold on to it. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's go open this brimstone key. We're at 1 brimstone key, 31 diamonds. I think I have a stack. Yeah, add it to the pile. Oh, fuck yeah. Our 201st task is Warped Creatures, our first Warped Creature task after completing the quest and unlocking that from the reward shop to be able to be assigned by various Slayer Masters. I think the staff is like a comparable drop rate to... Actually, I can't really compare it to much. I think it's like 1 in 300 something, which is a really random one. Normally you got like 1 in 128 or 1 in 1512. Or normally you have 1 in 128 or 1 in 512. This one's like in the middle. I'll put it up on screen, but yeah. I would say we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it, according to the statistics. I would say we have around a 1 in 3 chance of getting it this task, but I think I need to make that that crystal again. I gotta go to the Tree Gnome Village, I think. Actually, let's check the reward shop right here. Let's see if I can extend... Maybe I can extend those tasks. Maybe I'm fucking up right now. They probably didn't think about that, to be honest, but... Yeah, no, I guess you can't extend that, but that did get me thinking. I did unlock gargoyles as a task. I don't think I'm going to extend them, at least not yet, but I do want to unlock Gargoyle Smasher for a little bit of quality of life. So we'll go to unlocks here, Gargoyle Smasher for 120 points since we're rich now. And confirm, and we just have that. And I'll take a look to see if there's any other quality of lives that I want. Ring Bling would actually be really useful for me right now since I have the crafting level to make these rings. Actually, I don't know. I mean, the Explorer's Ring is nice, but it offers free alks every now and then. This would be 300 points. No, we won't do it. Not gonna do boss tasks yet. Task storage would be really nice at some point. Yeah, we'll just stop there. Gargoyle Smasher for whenever we get that task. And let's head to the Tree Gnome Village. Okay, if you're curious as to how you get the Crystal Chime Seed back, this is probably only relatable to Ultimate Ironman who have to drop this shit every time. Because if you're a main or a normal Ironman, you probably just put it in your bank in your Slayer tab or something like that. But yeah, if you're an Ultimate Ironman and you dropped it right after the quest, you can just come back and open up the Gilded Chest here, and it'll be sitting right inside, and this Crystal Bowl is right where you left it when you did the quest. And then you're set to go kill warped creatures. So that's what it'll do. Hopefully get the drop. That'll be sweet. There it is. It's that easy. Warp Scepter. We've only killed like I've only killed 30. I've only killed 31. What? Okay. Yeah, that's insane. Let's pick this up off the ground. Holy shit. Cool. Can't wield it without a charge. It needs 2 Chaos Runes and 5 Earth Runes to charge. Okay, fuck yeah. So here's the thing about this task. It actually kind of blows. These guys are 121. They have high defense. Even when I'm flicking Piety the whole time, it's pretty slow. And I'm not about to kill a bunch of Warp Terror Birds because it's multi-combat. They're aggressive. This would just be a prayer drain for nothing, for stuff that I don't even need, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to effectively block this task by just unchecking the box, basically, because you can only get this task as a if you unlock it through the reward shop at the Slayer Master. So let's head to him and do that real quick. Okay, here we are back at Steve. So we'll just go to our so we're in the right tab now. Unlock tab all the way at the bottom. Warped Reality. We'll just uncheck this, and we don't get the points back, but yeah, that's just not a task that's worth doing. So that's that, and I believe I still have to cancel the task. So cancel. Yes. Nice. That was efficient and honestly really great. This is good. This is a huge upgrade for the account. This is like a mini trident. I wouldn't say budget because I think it's actually more expensive than buying a Trident. It's a 325k GE price, and it's good that it is tradable because it can go in the looting bag. So yeah, the last thing that I'm really looking for from this Slayer grind right now, I guess, is the Ring of Suffering. I would love to get that. I'm also just kind of beefing up my melee stats to be able to do Desert Treasure 2, so really in no hurry with Slayer at the moment. I'm just kind of chilling, getting my stats up, looking for some mid-game gear upgrades, you know. Okay, so since I have this upgrade, I'm going to charge it up, and if I get a Dagonoth task, I'm actually going to go do Dagonoth Kings. I'm going to go try that out and see how it is to actually Tribeard there and kill all 3 of the Kings, because I have a pretty decent setup. I mean, I've got the Blade of Saldor, I've got this Scepter, which is a charged spell, which means I can be on Ancients if I'd like, or whatever's going to help me. Maybe Arceus for Arceus would be best for the bones, and I could summon Thralls as well. And then I've got the Magic Shortbow imbued with Amethyst Arrows, which is really good DPS. I guess the only downside to this I could see is the range of it. I might have to go into long range or something with the bow to not aggro the ranger as I kill the mage. But yeah, that's something I'm going to try out. But I actually want to try it out right now. So I'm going to charge it up. I think it's just Earth Runes and Chaos. So I'm going to see what it takes. Because if I try to wield it, yeah, it must be charged. You need 2 Chaos and 5 Earths per charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, okay, yeah, 280, fine. That's what I can put with the Earth Runes that I got. Oh, that looks cool. And then we'll check it. 280. Wield it. Look at that, man. That is badass. And I guess I'll just fully charge it. I don't know. I'll buy Earth Runes until it's fully charged, and we'll see how much it actually holds. Oh, and something I want to make sure I can do is I just want to make sure I can uncharge it and get everything back. Yes. Cool. Good. Oh, okay, so I just looked it up on the wiki because we reached the threshold that I thought it would stop at. We are above 2,500 charges. So I just looked it up on the wiki so I didn't waste my time. This thing can hold 20,000 casts. So it could literally hold my entire Chaos Rune stack right now. I'm not even close to having this thing fully charged, so I'm not going to do that, I don't think, because I need Chaos Runes as well for Ancients. I mean, I guess until I need it for... No, because maybe I will do that. Yeah, because it would actually just replace the Chaos Rune stack that I have right now, and it would just sit here in the inventory. So maybe that is the best thing to do to consolidate. It's going to take a while to charge it, but... because it takes 5 Earth Runes per charge, and I'm just, like, buying these packs out. F is going to have no Earth Runes left in any world, but I think that's the play, honestly, right now, because, yeah, it would just save an inventory space, and anytime I need to cast it for Ancients, it's completely free to uncharge, it gives everything back, so I guess my whole stack's going into this Scepter. Alright, I'm all geared up, pretty much just my Slayer gear. I grabbed my Grommel's Hilt so that I don't take any prayer reduction while doing Barrows, and we're just going to test this thing out. I'm just going to do a normal Barrows run. I'll go in. I won't speed it up or anything for this first kill, just to kind of get an idea. I always forget my fucking spade. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here we are. Nothing happened. Let's see how this thing does. Oh, the animation looks sick. Look at that thing. Animation looks sweet. Okay, so I maxed to 20 right there. I like how I just cover my eyes when I can't, like I don't know what's gonna happen. That's fucking great, dude. Oh, I like it so far. 20 is max hit. It's got a fast attack speed, same as a whip, same as a trident. So that's great. That's fucking great, man. I'm also not taking any prayer drain here, which is amazing. I usually do Carol and Aram next, so I won't be using the Scepter, but yeah. I'll fast forward to the end of the chest. Okay, I'm in the tunnels now, and yeah, I guess when I completed that mini game, or that mini quest, it did unlock the mini map down here, which is pretty cool, I guess. I I don't think it's very useful because you can just see the whole area anyways and know where you need to go. Like, for instance, I can see that those doors are unlocked and I have to go all the way around. So minimap really doesn't help here whatsoever. But yeah, still kind of cool, I guess. Okay, last brother, give you another example of how this thing works. It just kills. That's what it does. Pretty good. Nice, that's that. Standard barrows run. See if we get anything good. Nope. Cool. Okay, it happened. I have a diagnosis task. So I'm just kind of prepping right now. I'm doing kind of a weird thing. I want to get rid of the bone crusher from my inventory. Obviously, I'm going to be on the Arceus spellbook down there. So I'll be using... Oh, actually, no. Maybe not. I won't be able to do anything with those bones. Maybe I'll just keep the bone crusher on me so that it auto buries them for some prayer experience. Yeah, that makes more sense now that I think about it, because I don't have the magic level to do the Sinister Offering anymore, or whatever it is, the one for the bones. You need like 92 magic or something like that, and I'm only 85. So that kind of sucks that I won't be able to take advantage of it. That kind of sucks that I won't be able to take advantage of that. I don't know how viable this gear is going to be with 80 defense down there. I've only got rune plate legs and a fighter torso, so my defense is kind of lacking. Not going to be very tanky. I know that I should be able to get, especially if I like offset the ranger and the major, so I can flick between the protection prayers. I know that I will be able to at least get one rotation going. Depending on how sketchy it is, I might just kill them all once and then set myself up in the at the back of the room and just focus on Rex like a good Ironman should. We'll see how it goes. The main thing I'm looking for while I'm here is the Dragon Axe, and then I guess a good secondary would be either the Berserker Ring or the Archer's Ring. So yeah, Axe would be great though, because that is storable in the stash unit, in the master stash unit that I already have built in the Enchanted Valley, and anytime I would cut, I can just grab that out. So, and if I do more Volcano, I have the potential to upgrade it to Crystal. So yeah, that's the mindset. Going there for Dragon Axe. So for the best, I will record my first encounter with them. Alright, here's what it looks like. This is the best food that I have access to, current one. Going for super restores might be too many, but better more than... But we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea what the ratio should be with this gear. 2 super anti-poisons, can't forget that. Otherwise the trip would just be over. Looking pretty good. Nice little tribrid setup that I got going on here. Even with this armor on, I've got 104 range bonus, so let's get in the dungeon. Almost forgot my pet rock. Need that to open the entrance doors down there solo. Oh, fuck, that also reminds me, I gotta go to the ranging guild, get some throwing axes. Damn. Okay, we made it to the little shortcut, or we made it to the little rest area. Basically, I'm just going to wait here until my run energy replenishes. My health replenishes a little bit. Maybe I'll camp rapid heal, and then we'll pray magic, because at this point there are all 3 combat styles. We'll pray melee against the crabs, but once we get down the hill, we'll pray magic, because all 3 combat styles will be attacking us until we get to the entrance of the dungeon, and basically I'll be able to peek. I can go to the Slayer one, so I can peek, and as long as the Slayer one is clear, that's where we'll go. Oh, and also just a little strategy talk while I'm waiting. You want to start with melee when you go in there. You want to pray magic, because obviously that guy can bop you out. Pray magic, kill the ranger as fast as you can with melee. It's the green boy. And then swap to range. Ideally, you would keep the melee guy out of the fight. You'd stay out of his aggro range, but if he does come in range, you have the option to freeze him to keep him in place. And then I don't have any freezes, but so hopefully he's just not aggroed on me, otherwise I'm going to be taking all that damage. Or I can maybe find a safe spot from him behind the other kings. So yeah, we're going to kill the ranger as fast as we can with melee, swap to range, kill the mage, and then we'll effectively be in the rotation. And ideally, we try to get the Ranger and the Major off tick so we can prayer flick between Mage and Range, so we take no damage. But we'll see. If they're on the same tick, maybe I'll try walking under him, and yeah. You'll see it when we're down there, I guess. But that's the plan. Okay, so I got 2 rotations in before I pretty much ran out of food, but I just kind of wanted to give it a solid try. I didn't want to just do the one and then give up, but it seems like I need all around probably an armor upgrade, if anything, to make this sustainable. So I'll just do what I can here, kill Rex as much as I can before I have to leave, and then just come back and with the mindset that I'm just going to be killing Rex. That way I can last here a lot longer. Okay, this setup went a lot smoother. Once Prime's down, I'll just set myself up in the Rex spot. Got plenty of food, plenty of anti-poison, and I'll camp until I hopefully get the Dragon Axe. Or maybe Berserker Ring. We'll see. Okay, I had a pretty extended trip there. I ended up actually leaving because I aggroed the Mage. I just got a little sloppy. But I tick 8 one of my bass, and that's the only reason I'm alive right now. But I think I'm going to get a crystal shield, and then I should be set on armor there, and going to go for another round. We did pretty well. If we check our kill count here, we ended up killing 32 wrecks in that trip. So there's 73 prayer with the offering spell. Love how consistently these elves are coming. Alright, so a little update. Still slaying. Please ignore the red line in the recordings from this point on. I like to have the NPC aggression timer on whenever I'm slaying. It really helps out. But anyways, and if you don't know what that does, this little countdown right here in the bottom left, just above the chat box on my screen, this gives you a timer, 10 minutes of when NPCs become unaggressive within your little chunk here, and it outlines exactly where that boundary is with the red line. And this red line I have set to turn green whenever the NPCs are unaggressive in it. So it just makes Slayer a little bit more easy to manage and a little more chill. I pretty much just go in. But anyways, a little update. We are currently level 88 strength. That's what we're primarily training on this grind. We got 94 hit points at some point. I honestly don't even remember getting it, but 520k till 95. And our Slayer is 77. We're not really going for a specific Slayer level at the moment. We're just using Slayer as a catalyst to train our skills and to get gear upgrades to be able to do Desert Treasure 2. But since we are 77, I believe we've unlocked a few other creatures, like gargoyles. We actually did our first task of that not that long ago. And brutal black dragons, which we'll probably never kill on this account. And we're getting kind of closer to Necreals. We're only 83,000 from 78, so yeah. We're in boosting range for Necreals for sure, which means rune boots, which is good for... not necessarily good for me. I probably won't ever use rune boots since they're not storable in the house, but they're good for clue scrolls. I think a couple elite clue scrolls require them as one of their stash unit steps, so that'll be a really good unlock whenever we get there. Not sure if we'll get there during this Slayer session or not. I'm thinking about just stopping at the Suffering, because I've already got everything else that I need. I've got the Scepter. That was like the main thing I was looking for. The Scepter and the Ring of Suffering. So I'll probably stop once I get the ring. And if I do get the ring, I'll probably stop once I reach 90 strength. And then I'll go do the quest. But yeah, just wanted to update you. Prayer's looking good as well. We're actually close to another level. Almost 74, so... yep. So yeah, we're just cruising, and right now I just did my first Aberrant Spectre task, and I got a Lava Battle Staff and a Mystic Row-Bottom Dart. These are both elite stash unit items, or no, the Mystic Bottom Dart is a Master Stash Unit item. You need the top and the bottom along with the Ivan's Staff to be stored in Ivan's chamber in the Underground Pass. So I'll be holding on to that until I get the top half from the Gargoyles. And the Lava Battle Staff, this is required for the elite stash unit that's on top of the Trollwise Mountain. So that's actually what I'm about to do now. I'm going to go make a Mind Shield, so I got to go back into the Elemental Workshop, basically redo the quest, and make a shield, and make some Black Dragon Head Van Braces, and get this stored in the stash and out of my inventory. Alright. We got pretty much everything we need. We got our leather tanned to make our Dragonhead Van Braces, and I just want to show you something cool. If you got your house in Printiness, there is actually a needle and thread for free on this table over here, and it's closer than going to a crafting store, so I think unless you have, like, I don't know, probably the crafting cape or something, but even there I don't think there's a place to buy it. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's that. Let's head back into our house and go to... actually, I have to teleport there, yeah, because this takes me to, like, where the herb patch is, so I'll actually have to just do this. And here we are. I've already got the stash unit built, so let's throw them in. Nice. A little bit of inventory space freed up, and one more elite step that I could do. 74 prayer, another level from Ensouled Heads, and the offering spell. That's all. Rigor unlocked if I ever get it. Alright, that is the 220th task done for 90 points. Every 10 tasks I do a Konar, 753 total. Got a Black Demon task, so I'm going to open the hard clues, because I could potentially get some blessed chaps from them. So here we go. Ooh, blessed boots. I'll be using those for this task. Nice. Oh
you
man.
You got it?
Yep. There it is, Zenite Shard. First one, and probably the only one I'll need for this account. Nice. That'll be my Ring of Suffering. I'll pick it up. Looks so good on the ground. But yeah, happy birthday to me, I guess.
Happy birthday.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, this is great. I'm so glad we have this. The only thing is we don't have the magic level, I don't think, to enchant Zenite yet. I think that's what, like 92 or something? Let's scroll down. 93. So if we want a +5 boost, we need a minimum of what, like 88? So 2 more magic levels. Yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is just, since I don't really need... So what I'm thinking about doing for that is just, I don't know, I might keep slaying, just because I still want 90 strength. And I've extended Dust Devil tasks so that anytime I get those, I get more and more magic experience as well. So I'll keep slaying for now until I hit 90 strength, and then I'll look at just going to the monkey tunnels for that you unlock. What is it? Are they maniacal monkeys or something like that? Down below that puzzle area for Monkey Madness 2. It's a good place to burst. You get like unlimited prayer potions there. They drop like the 1 dose prayer potions commonly, so you can pretty much stay there indefinitely as long as you have runes and you're paying attention. So that's more than likely where I go. In the past, I've trained at the Temple Spiders, but I don't really need brews anymore. I've got plenty of doses from the demonic gorillas that I've been killing. And speaking of them, let's take a look at the collection log. Go to Gloves Experiments. We killed 527 in total, and we got 1 Zenite Shard and 1 Ballista Limbs. We went over the drop rate for the Zenite Shard. They are 1 in 300, so we were over by 226 kills. So not too bad. Didn't go twice the drop rate at least. My brother's currently hunting a whip. I think he's like close to 3 times the drop rate, so it could be in that boat. But yeah, we're moving on, and I don't really have any reason to kill back demons anymore. So we're going to go to our rewards, we're going to go to tasks, and we're actually going to block black demons, because I'm just not going to be killing them, and killing their normal variant is just not worth it. Too time consuming and a drain on prayer potions. So yeah, that's the block list complete for the moment. I think they're coming out with another one at some point, but yeah. Let's take a look at what our next task is going to be and keep going. Nice. Good for hard clues, good prayer experience. Oh, and also, I did make a Ring of Wealth earlier. That way, I should have done this much earlier, because I've just been wearing the Explorer's Ring for most of this Slayer grind. But yeah, Ring of Wealth on for the chance of getting Dragon Spears for stash units and Shield Left Half. So, well, I've already got the Shield Left Half. Mostly for the chance of getting the Dragon Spear for the stash units. I think I need 2 in total for the elites.
Green monkeys. You're one of them.
Okay, I've been in here for just over an hour and I've maxed out my points. I'm not really sure how many I need in total yet. I know for sure, since I have over 1 million points, I can definitely imbue my ring. But obviously, like I stated before, I would like to have enough points to also imbue a salve amulet for the future Vorkath grind. I'll need to get at least 50 kill count for that. So let's go ahead and take this ring off, and let's just check how many points it is to imbue this. I don't think it's many upgrades. Okay, 725,000 points. That is quite a bit. So a little less than the Slayer helmet. I think the Slayer helmet took like over 1 million points, 1.25 mil to be exact. So yeah, let's do this because this is obviously worth it. It doubles the stats of the ring, +4 prayer bonus and +20 for all defensive stats. So nice. And let's see what we have left over. 356,000. I'll take a look real quick at how many that I will actually need for the salve amulet. Okay, yeah, I'll highlight it here. I'll have to go back in there for sure. And I'll just kind of bring this down. Yeah, so here, 800,000 nightmares on points to imbue the salve amulet. So I will need to get more points. So back in I go. Okay, this has been my life for a little bit. I'm going to show you kind of the process I'm going through making recoils for my suffering. So this isn't going to apply to most people. This is only because I have uncut sapphires noted in my inventory. I don't have any I don't have any noted gold bars or noted gold ore. So I'm using the blast furnace as probably the quickest way to get gold bars. At least the quickest that I could think of, so it's what I'm doing. So basically what I do, this is how I have my inventory set up. I got a water staff to enchant, and obviously everything that I need: coins, teleports, chisel, ring mold. I come down here, I trade Orden right here. You got to be on the blast furnace world for this to work. So have some money in the coffer, and then I just put the predetermined amount in, which is 22, which means that I can take 11 per inventory because I'll need to note my sapphires. I'll need half and half. So we'll take 11. The annoying thing is you can't set up take X because every time you leave the blast furnace, this resets. So you just kind of got to take 10 and then 1. Then I teleport to my house. And I have my jewelry box set to Edgeville. You can obviously use your mounted glory if you have that. And we unnote the sapphires on one of the bank booths here. As we're walking to the furnace, we cut them. And it's pretty self-explanatory from here, right? Cut the gems, then we craft the rings. Once the rings are crafted, I set my character to run towards the agility shortcut over here, towards the Grand Exchange, and I start enchanting. I do manually enchants while I run, quicker that way. Obviously you can make this a little more AFK if you'd like and just set it to auto enchant. Then I take the minecart and I'm pretty much full circle. Okay, coming to the end of this grind. Looks like we're going to end up with just over 26,000 recoil charges, which should last me quite a while. I did a little bit of math. I think around 10,000 charges will get you somewhere around, I don't know, 250 to 300 silver kills. Something like that. It's kind of rough math on my end, but pretty decent. That's obviously mostly where the charges are going to be used. I will be using them in certain instances, like I'll probably have it active during all of the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, because why not? Every little bit of DPS is going to help with those, especially with the melee based one, since that is my weakest point. And yeah, there we go, all enchanted. Take this off real quick. There it is, 26,440 charges. And you can activate this recoil settings. You can toggle the effect. Okay, that's it for this video. Congratulations for making it to the end. We made some huge upgrades. We've got the Blade of Saldor in our hand, Obsidian Plate Legs, the Ring of Suffering, which you can't see, and then obviously the Warp Scepter as well, which is in my bag. But yeah, we're pretty geared, pretty stacked, and ready to take on Desert Treasure 2, which will be the start of the next video. So yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for sticking to the end. Consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.